Day 137. I think about once a week what I'm going to do is create something a little bit more structured, more like speech format to share, to ensure that I'm giving a very specific message. It might be a little bit shorter, but it's going to ensure that I don't ramble and that I don't get off script too much. And I think these might be things that I share in my communion and offering meditations I do at church. But I got one like that today, and again, I might do this kind of more limited format about once a week. So this one today, it goes like this. Let's be honest. Some days we wake up, we're ready to run through walls. Other days we barely want to roll out of bed. We've all been there. But here's the truth. Motivation is a great spark, but it's a terrible fuel. Again, motivation is a great spark, but it's a terrible fuel. It burns hot and fast, and then it's gone. And if all you're relying on is motivation, you're going to stall out when life hits hard. And that's where discipline comes in. And that's also where faithfulness kicks in. Because Psalm chapter 34, verses 19 and 20 say this: "The righteous person may have many troubles, but the Lord delivers him from them all. He protects all his bones. Not one of them will be broken." Not one of them will be broken. So let that sink in for a second. This isn't a promise that your life will be easy. It's not saying that you won't cry, you won't fall, you won't suffer. It says the righteous will have many troubles, but the Lord delivers them from them all. The Lord delivers them from them all. God's not calling you to a soft life. He's calling you to a strong one. He's calling you to get up, fight back, and keep going, even when you don't feel like it. As I've mentioned him many times, Jocko Willink, the former Navy SEAL, he says it like this: don't expect to be motivated every day, because it won't happen. What does happen? Discipline. Discipline gets things done. Now, imagine living your faith that way. Not just when you feel inspired, not just on Sundays, not when worship is awesome and your life is peaceful. No. But on the hard days, the quiet days, the heartbreaking days, like that's when it counts. It always counts, but that's when it counts. That's when your roots go deep. That's when you're really thankful for that strong foundation. Because God isn't just the God of the mountaintop. He's the God of the grind. When you're tired, show up in prayer anyway. When you're discouraged, open the Bible anyway. When you're hurting, serve others anyway. That's not fake. It's faith. Because while motivation comes and goes, God never leaves. He says, I will deliver you. I will deliver you. Not maybe, not if you're good enough. I will. So what do? We show up, we suit up, we keep stepping forward. Even when we're limping, even when we don't feel like it, even when the world says quit, because we're not living off of feelings. We're living off of faith. And faith puts in the work, even when it's hard. Faith trusts the outcome that God promised, even when all we see is pain. Because listen to that verse again. The righteous person may have many troubles, but the Lord delivers him from them all. He protects all his bones, and not one of them will be broken. You might feel bruised today. You might feel stretched, exhausted, tempted to quit, tempted to give in. But you're not broken. You are protected. You are delivered. You are still here, still standing, still breathing. So what's that mean? That means God's not done. Stop waiting for motivation to strike and start choosing discipline. Start choosing faithfulness and start choosing obedience. Because every time you do, you build something stronger than hype. You build a testimony, you build a witness, you build a legacy. So tomorrow morning, when the alarm goes off, when your Bible's calling, when your heart's heavy, when motivation's nowhere to be in sight, just remind yourself and write it on your heart. God's got me. I'll keep going. And not because it's easy, because it's not easy, especially in those dark, cold mornings, Monday mornings. But not because it's easy, it's because he's worthy. And he will deliver day 137.